Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Hey guys, even though they will have a home field advantage, Coach told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. So North Carolina's offense will go to work first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver, coming off a game of nearly 100 yards and a couple of scores. The give. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Makes the catch and he's brought down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Can't get him to the ground. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. The Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Tar Heels have this offense rolling. Goes to the option. Quick toss. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great...
There's some room. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Play action with Raiola. Starts to scramble to the left. Makes the catch. It's Warren. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Caught in the backfield. It's Shipp. Now the connection takes it to the 11. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running inside, it's Davis. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Tar Heels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
The Mustangs offense takes the field for the first time in this game. There's the explosive Jalen Cooper. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give on the counter. How about this defense? Another stop. This one right at the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got his man downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Raiola from the gun on 3rd down. Going to take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And they come up with an explosive play there. The quarterback had exactly what he wanted. Man coverage, safety in the middle of the field, so he throws the go route to the outside, finds his best one-on-one matchup. And how about the speed and the ability to track that football and give this offense a jolt?
Quick release on the RPO. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Before they snap the ball on second down, timeout is called. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The run inside. It's Jackson. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. The lead now 6 here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hawkins. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Flips it out to the back. Could not make his way to the corner. And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle. Fair catch, a solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The lone back's got it. Shakes off the defender.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chance, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Off the RPO, complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Ship. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Throwing Raiola. Unleashes it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, this offense taking the sack, that is not what we need in this area. They've struggled really badly. Like, they're kicking too many field goals. A lot of times this will jump up and bite you later in the football game. This offense has got to protect their quarterback and execute better in this area of the field.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense gets an automatic 1st down after the roughing the passer penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. North Carolina will call it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. He's got him. Defense comes up with a huge stop and maybe forcing them into a field goal attempt. Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Dead center perfect. They're now up 9-0.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this 1st half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Throwing, Hawkins. Gets rid of it. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the Tennessee Volunteers. And it's the home squad in one of those old-school fight in a phone booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Guys, I talked to the SMU head coach coming out of the locker room. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll move the wide receiver. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Mustangs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll send the back in motion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. The give on the option. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. Fourth down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. And the Mustangs will call on their punt team. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. If they could somehow find their way into the end zone, a two-possession lead might feel insurmountable. Here's Raiola to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Bulldozes his way through. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. And the Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Tar Heels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Holds and fires complete to the right. Quick step and go. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and second and 6. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Brought down at the 17 as he brought it all the way back inside the 20 after the pick. Hawkins. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes a grab deep. Electrifying play, and man, You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Pulls it on the option. Picks up the first down. Here's a little room there. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, SMU.
Really nice job of executing that time by the offense on the option play. Really nice blocking up front. And the quarterback there really had a two-way go. He could have pitched that. Pitch guy was wide open. But the QB decided to keep it himself. Down here in the red zone-ish area, he's able to make guys miss and take it in for the score.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. On the move, it's Jackson. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Raiola. Grabbed in the backfield. It's French. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola might be looking to run. Working on the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and touchdown UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Tar Heels respond with that score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Running inside, it's Green. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to it. Makes it past the marker. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Michael Hawkins on the play action. Got it behind the line. It's Green. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Sends it back in motion. Throwing Hawkins. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
That will be enough to move the chains and first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Run in the red zone, it's Green. Might have a chance. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going for 6. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. Quick strike through the air for the score. And the Mustangs respond.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time.
Oh, he's got some space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Right back to the well. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. SMU spends his 2nd timeout here. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Slings it downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Got his man on the outside. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Now the Mustangs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Finds a little space. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. 1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. The play fake, Raiola. Fires on the move. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Breaks the tackle. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. to the ground. He's got it again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! Put 6 on the board. The Tar Heels respond with that score. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together down.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Hawkins. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard.